Brian Zach here with you. So, with all this talk about AI and AI being able to do what we humans do and do it so much quicker and so much better and efficiently and yada yada, what I want to do is lean into more of the humanization of drumming and bring forth more of the just a human element of playing the drums, and so that it makes me different, it makes me human, it makes me an individual, and it gives my grooves character, and hopefully the songs that you're playing on some more character. And one of the ways to do that is a little shuffle pattern here that I learned from none other than Billy Ward from New York City. Great session drummer, amazing drummer, super talented guy, and kind of a hero of mine in sorts. I used to take a few lessons with him when I lived in New York. And fun fact, I was actually on his first DVD called Big Time. And you could see me on the DVD, and I'm the only one not wearing black because I didn't get the memo. And I look like I'm 12 years old, but honestly, I was like in my early 20s. I just looked really young for my age at the time. But so I think within that Big Time DVD that Billy made, I think he addresses this shuffle. But I know there's a video of him demonstrating this shuffle on YouTube. At least right now there is if you search for it. But anyway, it's sort of like a flat tire shuffle, like a Texas flat tire shuffle. And what I mean by that is, that's sort of the basis of the shuffle. And then I'll get into like what makes this really a special, extra special shuffle. So the hands are typically just playing like the shuffle pattern, which is just the 1, the 2, a 3, a 4, 1, a 2, a 3. So you've got the bass drum playing the quarter note pattern, and and then you've got the hi-hat pattern, which is playing the skip notes with the feet. So you're getting like the 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. So the first thing to do is really get that in order and get comfortable with doing that, because if you can't do that, then you're not going to be able to do the rest of this shuffle. So get that really comfortable at all tempos, at all speeds, even like 1, 2. All right, so all tempos, all speeds, even the slow speeds. Okay, so get that under your hands and feet. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take that skip note that we're playing with the hand on a 2, a 3, a 4. And we're going to turn that skip note into a double. Da-da, 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 All right, so that's the first thing that you can do, is just start practicing that little double ghosted note with the left hand on the snare drum on that skip note leading into beat 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 3, really. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the other thing that you can do is sort of displace your hands a little bit so that the right hand is going to play on the ride cymbal a little bit before the left hand. So you're going to kind of flam the backbeat. So, and you're keeping the kick drum. The kick drum is going to be straight, like just right on the beat, right on the quarter notes. The kick drum, you're not moving the kick around. It's just the hands that are playing around with, the timing of the skip note and the quarter note as well. Because let's face it, if you play a flam on the 2 and the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So my right hand and my right foot are pretty much lining up together on that, but it's the left hand that I'm delaying just that much to give me that little flam, and that gives me that little like again, flat tire effect. So you're sort of squishing together the skip note, making it closer together to the quarter note. So you're sort of waiting for that. Instead of like thinking of it like a round triplet, like a true triplet, which would be 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. It was more like 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, da 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 da. And again, so depending on how fast or how slow the tempo is, you can mess around with it more or less. But obviously, with a faster tempo, it's a little bit harder to you have less space to move that around and play with that skip note and where it goes. But it still does work if you're playing 1, 2. That's a little fast, but like. Okay, so the last thing that you can do is you can also double the skip note that leads into the backbeat with the left hand. So now you're going to be going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this one is harder because you have to, in order to get this right, you have to play the double, and then you have to play the accented 2 and 4 backbeat. So it's this 1, 2. You'll notice that sometimes I'm playing. So I'm actually delaying the left hand from the skip note hi-hat note as well. So that's me playing. I'm leaving the right hand out so you can hear really clearly the left hand and the left foot on the hi-hat. Okay, it's a lot of fun to play this groove. It doesn't work for everything. You got to be careful with this and use it judiciously and use it wisely. Certainly, if the groove is too fast, it's not going to work. It's going to sound really kind of weird and forced, and you may not even be able to do it technique-wise. But also, just make sure that like your band members are cool with, knowing where the pulse is, because you really could, easily throw, some lesser players. Your bass player might be looking over at you like, "Are you drunk or what's going on?" Because this does feel like almost like a drunken Texas flat tire shuffle, so. In case you're wondering, this groove does work with playing with a click. So let's put a click on. I'm gonna put this on at 98 BPMs, and you'll see what I mean. All right, so there's a great demonstration of that shuffle with a click. So the kick drum is locking in with the kick, and as well as the right hand is pretty much, at least the quarter note are locking in with the click. It's the skip note that we're really playing with and really maneuvering and moving it around, as well as that little double on the snare drum note with the left hand really gives it this like sloppy sort of Texas shuffle. Now the hi-hat, the hi-hat is playing really what the guitar part is playing in the shuffle. If you listen to blues guitarists playing shuffles, they do like a that 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 they do like an upstroke on the on on the on the skip note. So it's that 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 that. So that's that. All right, so have fun with this, mess around with it, and see what you come up with. Maybe find some recordings to play along with this. It's just a ton of fun. See if you can put this somewhere within your set if you're playing a lot of shuffles, especially within the blues context. All right, that's it for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe. BrianZach.com for drum lessons and sessions, and Patreon.com/BrianZach for more videos like this, including all sorts of content about lessons and career and just helpful hints and tips and all sorts of great nuggets of information that I'm sharing there at the Patreon website. So don't forget to like and subscribe and join me there. All right, folks, put it in the books. That's it for now. See you on the next video.